you're a professional?
Are you?
That's it, Clark. Show him who's boss.
Oh, we're all in this together.
Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to the Clark Griswold channel. If you are a first timer, then welcome. Appreciate having you guys here. Thank you to my old subscribers, my new subscribers. I just want to run through a couple of trades from today. One I actually took, the other one I didn't. This is what is called the 30 and 30, okay? So we're basically playing these. We're looking for reversals on the 30-minute chart, okay? And we're looking for about 30%. Paul, forgive me for the last name, Itawaru is the one who kind of came up with the concept, and there's a bunch of people just following along with it, and it's a golden goose, to be honest with you, and it pays pretty consistently. So I took one on Pfizer today, PFE. So PFE we had on our list, okay, of daily plays, and I had this thing breaking down, and that's actually what ended up happening today after its little bit of a run higher, okay? So this was the closing 30-minute bar on Friday, okay? This here was the first bar that opened this morning on the first 30 minutes. So we came all the way up to here, okay? And then we started trending back down. So this here, we're looking at a failed 2. We had a 2 up, and it finished red, okay? And then we climbed back up to here, and the bar closed here. Then we opened up. This bar becomes our next 2, which is what we're looking for, okay? Our next 2. So we had a 3, 2, 2 reversal. This bottom of the wick, it's no different on the daily plays, okay, that we look at all the time. This was our break point, okay? So that's where we triggered in for puts. I wouldn't recommend taking common shares on this because you're shorting a stock, and it's way riskier than options. Options, you can only lose the amount of money that you put in. Okay, so at this purple line right here is where we jumped in on the play, or where I jumped in on the play. I did notice a bunch of people. Fix It Phil was one guy that I saw that actually got into it. I think he said it was his first option play, so good job, Phil, on this one. Okay, so I jumped in here at 52.50 put. The strike was 52.50 is what I took. I got in. It was about 35 cents, I believe, is where we were. So right here. And then we just trended down. And this yellow line was our target, okay? So it's a preceding wick. So here was our target. This was also our trigger for this to go down on the day, okay? So if you got in here, you also made really good money. So at this pink line here is where I got out, okay? So I let it come past this trigger just a bit, and then I was out. And I could have, realistically, I could have stayed in, and this is not part of the strat, but it's one of the things I kind of tend to look at before I get out of plays sometimes. So this is a 9 EMA line. And as long as we close below this line, we're showing a trend down. Okay, I had to leave. I had to do some things with my kids. We're on spring break. So I was out. And this was a 40% gain right here. At 35 cents to 49 cents, it was a 40% gain. And that's what we're looking for. 30-minute chart, 30%, and I took a little bit more. If we were still in this play, I put this green line here for if we were still in this play. This is a 100% play. So I think it's at 79 or 84 cents down at this line, okay? So you could have been in for 100%. I'll always tell you guys to take your profit. I don't always use this trend line because realistically, if we're playing the strat, this, and you're staying in the play and you're not taking profit, well, you're out here, okay? Or you're out at the top of this bar. Okay, but if you follow the 9 EMA, we close here, and then we close here, here, and we don't ever cross this line. So you realistically could still be in this play. You could have left some runners on. Again, I was all out. 40% in 30 minutes, guys. That's how you do the 30 and 30. And it works really, really well on any stock you can look at. Find something that you like. I watched first thing in the morning here. I saw the Pfizer go 2 up. I saw it start to come back down, and I thought, wow, what a great opportunity to jump in on this thing. So there was another one on SPY. So I do want to say, if you would have got in here from our plays, it was on our top 3 picks, okay? I think it was number 2 on the list. So if you would have broken down on this trigger, this is probably about a 45 cent enter right here. So 45 cent to 79 cent. So you're looking at like 80% gain from here to here on Pfizer. And I would have been fine, if we go to the daily, just to show you real quick how this one played out. Target 1, target 2, target 3. Okay? So there was lots of opportunity to be made for Pfizer, and you could have got in on the 30 and just wrote it down. Taken some profit, let a runner or 2 stay on, do what you do, but you should have made at least, even if you got out up here at this point here, I think this point here was about a 28% gain. Okay, so if you were in on this play, let me know what you guys made. Comment down below. What was your percentage gain on this? I'm curious to know what you guys had. There was another one on SPY. Okay, so if we go to the SPY 30-minute, and again, I didn't play this one, but I kind of watched it develop. I don't like to jump into too many plays at once. But this purple line and pink line were from my 5-minute orbs that I played this morning. And that was about a 13% gain. I think I posted it on Twitter earlier today. Where is this 30 and 30? Right here. Okay, so we opened up here on this 7:30 bar. This was our first 30-minute bar. Okay, we went 2 down, came back up, and you could have taken this one and you would have lost if you would have looked for a 30 and 30 to the upside. But coming back down is where you would have won. So we had, again, a 2 up that failed, and this pink line is where we get in, and we hit target 1 and 2, okay, all the way down to here. So if you guys were in on this play on SPY, let me know. I'd like to know, and I'm curious as to what your guys' gains would be on this 30 and 30 play. But if you guys don't understand, just, again, comment down below, and I can help walk you guys through it a little bit easier. But it doesn't get any easier than this. Okay, so at this point, our hourly and our daily were red. Same thing when we jumped in on Pfizer. Our hourly and our daily were red. That's what we like to see. And we talked to Paul about this, and Joe Greco, I think, was one of the guys that asked me on it for my other video on the 30 and 30. He said I wasn't green when I jumped in. The hourly wasn't green, or the day wasn't green, I don't think. But it triggered shortly after. So, and he had asked Paul about that, and Paul said, yes, I agree. That's the next best thing. So, but this is red when we jump in, okay? So we had a 2 up that failed. We're a 2 red. And as soon as we cross that line, we're in. And we, right off this first 30-minute bar, we hit targets. And then we hit second targets. And then we hit third targets. So you could have taken this, depending on how many contracts you had, taken your profit, left some runners on. I'm going to say this was probably another, 30, 40, 50% gain. But if you were in on SPY, let me know. Curious to know what the gains would have been on that. I think they would have been around that 40 or 50% mark. But if you guys were in on them, awesome. So happy for you guys. Really excited. It's a golden goose, guys, the 30 and 30. And you can find it on almost any stock. Maybe not every day. But here's another one, okay? I just clicked on IBM. Okay? So here we have a 2 up that failed, okay? 2 up. And even on this, we'll go back to the next bar. Here's a 2 down that failed. And then we come up, we break the top of this wick, and we're in and we hit targets on a 30-minute chart. That's a 30 and 30. And maybe you don't get 30%, but you hit targets. And then what happens, this fails, okay? That's why we take our profit at our targets, or at least before, so you leave with some profits, because this is sometimes, not all the time, is what happens. Look, we hit the target and it just retraced. Okay? So if you didn't take your targets and you failed on it, and you broke even or you had a small loss, well, guess what? Jump right back in on the puts. We break this trigger here, the bottom of this wick now, because this is a failed 2. And this becomes our new trigger. And we jump in on the play from here all the way down, down, down. Okay, and again, I'm guessing if you guys were in on IBM, let me know, because this play here, this one you're probably looking at about 10 to 20% is what I'm guessing. This one you're probably 50 to 60%. And again, as we come down, 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 here's that 9 EMA, okay? We come back up green, and again, I don't need you guys to use this. I use this for myself as just another indicator that I sometimes use. I don't always use it, but it helps define trend, okay? So we had this goes green, but we closed below the line, below this 9 EMA line, and then we trend down further. Okay, if this one would have closed, and again, I use this more so when I'm further down like this one, okay? So we started here and we came down, 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 down. I'm already in major profit to this point. So at this point, I mean, I'm going to stay in, okay? And if I close above this 9 EMA somewhere in here, well, I've still left with a bunch of profit. But otherwise, I stay in and I keep going. So there's 3 examples. One I was in on. SPY I saw. IBM, I just clicked on it. I didn't even see what happened. NEO, I know there was one because NEO was at 8% earlier today. So if I click on NEO, let's see what we got here. So this one would have failed. This 2 up that turned red, and then we would have had a fail here coming down. You could have taken it back up this way for a gain on this 30. But this one was your real big winner, okay? So we triggered here, okay? And we're in. And this is like a 6% gain on the stock. Guys, you're talking probably 100% gain on this. And now we're just, again, at this point, I've hit my target, and I continue down. I'm staying in this trade until I break above that 9 EMA, okay? Or maybe I'm selling a bunch here and leaving a runner on just to see what happens within the next hour of the day. But, you could call it quits. So, again, if you guys were in on NEO, and I always say I always watch NEO because NEO has such big runners on. It always has big runners, like 8% today. I think it did 5 or 6% yesterday. I always watch NEO because it has these big fluctuations. It runs 8, 9, 10%, 5% in a day. So it's great for option plays. But this is another one, guys. It would have made you really, really great money today. So 30 and 30. Creator is Paul Itawaru. I think that's right. You can follow him on Twitter. Give him a follow. He's got good stuff for you guys. But 30 and 30, guys, it's a part of the strat, and it's a really, really easy way to make money. And I know guys gave Paul grief for saying easy money. I don't think that's what he meant, but I'm going to tell you guys it's easy money. I just ran through 4 plays with you guys that were all really, really big winners, okay? And if you fail one way, stay with it and just watch because it'll come back down the other way, right? You had a winner here, you failed here, winner here, and a winner back down. So you would have been 3 for 4 just watching NEO today. And you would have done well over 100% today on NEO. So that's it, guys. If you enjoyed the video, give me a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button. I hope you guys are enjoying the content I'm putting out for you guys, and I hope it's helping you guys out as traders. I feel like that's why I'm here, is to help you guys out and help you guys learn and become better traders. I feel that's kind of part of my calling, and I mean, I love making the videos for you guys, so I'll continue to do so with the reviews and the trades and the setups on the dailies, the weeklies, and I think we have the quarterly. I'll give you guys a quarterly swing list as well next week, I believe. So that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and until the next one, bye-bye.